So our house burned down. We lost literally everything. And we were at the point of bankruptcy. And then I lose my job that I had at the time. And so we're just like feeling like things are not going well, right? And they weren't. Things were going terrible. So this is a continuation of the part one story I'm telling of like how Autorain got started here. So lost everything. Well, I had to make a decision what I was going to do, and I always had this hunger and drive in me to be an entrepreneur, and so I knew I wanted to get back into that. But the problem I had that I didn't want to repeat that I made with the first business I started was I wasn't profitable, and I was stressed all the time and not making money. I'm like, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to be that person again. There's got to be a better way. And so I started thinking, how can I be smart about this? How can I dial in what I'm doing, offer one specific thing, this is the only thing I do, and do that really, really, really well. And if I'm going to pick something, I might as well pick something I can get paid well for, right? So I looked at the industry, the green industry, landscaping stuff, like this is what I can help people with. Out of all the stuff that there is to offer, what pays the most? And the answer came down to, number one, tree guys. Tree guys make a killing. They can charge really high rates. And then number two is the irrigation guys. The irrigation technicians can charge higher rates as well. Well, I'm naturally a little bit scared of heights and a little risk averse, and I also don't have all the money to invest into getting a bunch of equipment to start a tree company. So you know what? I'm gonna do irrigation. And that's how Autorain started. And so I technically started the business legally started in November of 2025, but I didn't actually start getting any work at all until middle of March. And it was like first or second week of March, things were so tight financially, and I was just like crying out to God, like, please, I need help. Like it wasn't like the crying out to God where it's just like, I need help. It was like screaming in this car, I need help, like, help me, God, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, that very day, I got a phone call from my very first customer. I went out there, I gave him a quote, and then he hired me 3 separate times for over $3,000 worth of work. And that was the middle of March. And ever since then, that was March, this is now end of June, April, May, June. So I've been doing this for like 3 months. Ever since that day, I have been fully booked. Like, booked at least 2 weeks, a week and a half to 2 weeks out at least. At one point in April, I was booked out a month. And so I've just been like blown away at like how much demand there is for this service, how grateful people are for help in this area. It's been incredible, but here I am making mistakes and learning more things. I'm not making mistakes in terms of like how to install an irrigation system or repair it. Where I'm really learning from mistakes is the business side, like how to charge the right amount of money in order to actually be profitable, and manage my schedule to where I serve my customers well. And these are all things that I'm working through right now. I've raised my prices, I think 5 times now in the last 3 months already. I started out like, I'll do a free estimate for anybody and charge $85 an hour, and I felt guilty doing that. Well, now I'm like, I won't even show up for less than $225 just to look at a system, to offer a professional evaluation, look for leaks, breaks, coverage issues, water saving opportunities, help the customer determine what needs to be done to get their system in the right place, professionally, right? So like all my customers that I do any repairs for, 95% of them they're already my customer, because I've already done an evaluation, which is amazing. Like, it's not just the money part that's amazing. What's amazing is how quickly I can build a relationship with people and help people like that, and just continue doing that for them as I identify things that need to be done. So I'm very thankful, very blessed. Where I am right now is I just hired somebody to help me with office work, because I'm all by myself. I'm literally like, it's just me and this minivan. We started this business with nothing, just like the first business, nothing. Like, that's my work truck, our family minivan. I just slapped a logo on it, and that's it, because I can't afford to buy a nice new Sprinter van, you know, like I'd want. And it works, you know. I mean, these minivans, I took every single seat out of this thing, except for the driver's seat and the seat behind me, because occasionally I take my kids with me on jobs on a rare occasion. And it's just all storage space in this thing. And it's actually kind of funny because it's like any other non-commercial vehicle pales in comparison to a minivan when it comes to towing, like storage capacity. It's kind of funny. And I don't really want to get one of those big traditional Econoline vans, because the creeper vans, they just look like, you know, you're gonna kidnap somebody or something, you know. I don't like that. So anyway, yeah, I just hired somebody to help with the office work to try to get me more in the field so I can spend more time making money for the business and less time on the phone, and less time like doing admin stuff, right? And then the next step after that is to get another technician where I can duplicate myself and have another guy going out, helping customers, selling jobs, performing the work. And that's a hard role to fill. So I'm planning on paying well for that job, because I think really the way to do it is find somebody who's already a skilled expert at it, rather than trying to train somebody up and from the ground up, you know. So anyway, that's how Autorain started, Autorain irrigation. And you know, all I do is irrigation. I don't do drainage, I don't do grading, I don't do landscaping. I just do irrigation, and I do it very well. And anyway, so that's about it. So if you have any questions about your irrigation system, feel free to drop a comment below. I'm happy to help any way I can. I want to build, you know, kind of a community around this social media thing. And you know, if you are in the Travelers Rest or Greenville, South Carolina area, give me a shout so I know that you're local. All right, take care.